In this episode of The Silly Kitchen, I'm going to show you a super quick appetizer that you can make for the holidays. Whether you're needing to make a quick appy for Thanksgiving dinner so that people have something to snack on before they sit down, or even during the Christmas holidays, this is an awesome, quick, easy, delicious appetizer that you can make. So I went to my local bakery, I got myself a nice whole wheat baguette and just did a couple of slices on the baking sheet. And remember that episode I just did a couple of weeks ago where we baked prosciutto and made it nice and crispy? Well, right on the same pan, add a couple slices of prosciutto as well because we'll need it. And then the other ingredients that you're gonna need is a nice big wheel of brie. We're not gonna use the whole thing, the rest is for me just to eat later. And then some homemade cranberry sauce as well. So that's all you're gonna need for this recipe. So go ahead and slice up some bread and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Throw a little bit of that prosciutto in there, and for about 5 minutes let it cook. You don't want it to cook all the way where you have really hard bread and the prosciutto is completely solid, because we're gonna put it in the oven a second time. So these are gonna be quick little mini appetizers that you make, just a 2-bite piece of bread with cheese, prosciutto, and cranberry sauce on them. I don't have a name for them. You can name them and maybe give me some ideas and let me know. So while that's in the oven for about 5 minutes, all you wanna do is make a few kind of slices on your brie. You're gonna want the slices to be smaller than the pieces of bread that you cut because you don't want it to all ooze over. Although I love an abundance of cheese, I don't like to waste cheese. So like a nice little square. You don't want that to be too thin because you do want lots of that cheese flavor to pair with the sweet and tart cranberry sauce. Now I did do a separate video on how to make your own cranberry sauce homemade, really simple, watch that. That way you don't have to buy those cans of jelly. And then if you happen to like cut a piece of cheese that's not the right size, just have a little snack. So just keep as many pieces of bread as you made, that's how many pieces of cheese you want. Because each piece of bread gets a piece of cheese. Oh no, another piece isn't perfect. I better eat it. Oh, this is gonna be too fun the next 5 minutes. Okay, so we've let 5 minutes pass while that was in the oven. So we are ready to kind of build our little 2-bite appetizer. So remember I said only 5 minutes in there so that your prosciutto doesn't get too hard because we're gonna put it in the oven again. So just give the prosciutto little cuts into pieces again because we're gonna put those on the bread. You can probably rip them apart too, but if you want a nicer shape and cut, just use a knife, and that way it's a little bit easier to put them on the little breads. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients ready. So now we can kind of spread the bread out a little bit because we have more room. And you're gonna go ahead and put a piece of prosciutto, a piece of cheese, and a little scoop of cranberry. And then you're gonna do that and keep doing that on every single piece, and then we're gonna put them in the oven again. So don't turn your oven off now that you've taken these guys out, because we are gonna put them back in one more time. Oh, this is gonna be so good. And look, it's so quick and so easy. My favorite way to cook. Easy and delicious. And of course with cheese. And just like that, all of them have a little bit of cranberry sauce, all of them have a little bit of baked prosciutto, and a nice helping of brie, and we're gonna go ahead and put that right back in the oven. It's not gonna take long, we just want the cheese to get gooey and melt, so another couple of minutes in the oven. All right, so I left these babies in the oven for about 5-6 minutes till I saw the cheese kind of melt and ooze. So all you've got to do is watch your fingers a little bit, but just go ahead and take these off and plate them. That way your guests are able to enjoy them a bite at a time. And bread doesn't actually hold heat too much, so you probably are okay just with your little fingers to grab them and not get burnt at all. If you want to make them a little bit festive and add a little bit of greenery, if you have some thyme, some rosemary, an herb that you prefer or like, you can certainly be decorative and add them to your appetizer just to kind of make it a little more pretty, give it a little more aroma. They do taste good, so I mean any of the herbs you can just go ahead and eat right on top of these. They look so pretty. And of course, I can't finish the show because there's one thing left to do, and that's eat one of these. All right, let's see what happened and how it turned out. I really will get better at taking bites on TV, but it's kind of funny, so whatever. I hope you guys try this at home. I hope there's nothing on my face. I do hope you try it at home. If you have guests coming over for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for any kind of holiday party, these are so easy and so delicious. So enjoy.